Vincent.
Why Travolta?
When you brought back John Travolta, that was a big deal too.
Vincent.
Ladies and gentlemen, bring to the stage, John Travolta.
Where a guy falls out like he's not a big star anymore. It's gone, it's over. And then you put him in a massive movie, and he's really fucking good.
Yeah.
He's really fucking good. It's interesting, it's weird.
There is, much has been written about what is called the comeback.
Critics or people had said that was your quote-unquote comeback.
What'd you fucking ask me about it for? Asshole.
You know, that's breast milk.
Hey, man, you're on your own. Everyone knows that I kind of was bringing John Travolta back from Look Who's Talking 3.
This is fact, not fiction. The two stars of Pulp Fiction, Oscar nominees John Travolta and
You changed his whole life.
Yeah.
And John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever.
I had a great first chapter, and he took me to the moon and back.
I've always thought that John Travolta is one of the greatest movie stars Hollywood's ever produced.
Is that a fact?
I mean, it's only an actor could only fantasize about what happened after that for me.
And John Travolta, Get Shorty.
Why you chose Get Shorty?
Risk of sounding cliche.
Quentin called you up, and Quentin said, hello, John.
John, understand that you were offered Get Shorty. This is not the one you say no to. This is the one you say yes to.
Look at me. I'm the one telling you that I won the Golden Globe.
He actually shared something that only Brando had had before him and only Julia Roberts has had since him, is that any part it was even remotely halfway conceivable that he could play was immediately sent to him.
Right.
No, it's not a fact. It's just what I heard. It's just what I heard.
I have to fight the tears every time I talk to this man because I am continually moved by his interest, his care, and it doesn't stop at Pulp Fiction. That's what floors me.
I now officially open the 1994 edition of the Stockholm Film Festival.
He called from Stockholm in the middle of our getting all these accolades and awards, for Pulp Fiction, to tell me that he screened Blowout, the Brian De Palma film, which is one of my 3 favorite films of all time. His performance in that is great. For 70 people in a big theater who had not seen it on the big screen and only had seen it on tape. He's a unique man in this sense.
It made me cry because it was like a parent watching you. This guy really enjoyed watching me.
Smile, you're on me as camera. I'm the interviewer. I have to make you feel comfortable so you'll open up and reveal things you normally wouldn't. What's your name?
Vincent Vega.
I got a call from an agent that said there's a young new director. He's desperate to meet you. You're his favorite actor, and he wants to do something with you. He doesn't know what.
And so then I get together with John, and we have lunch, and he's a really great guy.
And he had presented this film to me called Dusk Till Dawn.
I love you too, sir.
Quentin, I'm not a vampire person. I'm not like a blood guy, It's not for me.
And I start thinking, well, he could be a real legitimate replacement for Michael Madsen.
And he said, well, how did you like the other? I said, that was much better. The Pulp Fiction idea I like better.
I can see him being a really, really good Vincent.
He said, okay.
I'm writing the script for 8 or 9 months.
And a week later, he offered me the role of Vincent. And I said, why? What did you see in me?
Tarantino said that he knew if he could just get you on screen and had a good script, it would work.
2 weeks before I'm finished with it, Michael Madsen accepts the role in Wyatt Earp, the Kevin Costner. And so he's not available.
Did you have a feeling of what the stakes were in this film for you?
Vincent!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
It wouldn't have taken a rocket scientist to figure that out.
Oh, Vincent Vega, our man in Amsterdam.
So you went to write Pulp Fiction, you went to Amsterdam. So what kind of research were you doing in Amsterdam?
Well, it wasn't so much doing
But you know the funniest thing about Europe is?
What?
It's the little differences.
I was living in Amsterdam and having this brand new eye-opening experience of what it's like in Europe. That was happening to Vincent at the exact same time. That he had just come back from Amsterdam and they're asking him all these stupid questions about it and he's explaining it to them.
When you saw the script and you saw Vincent Vega, you said, this is a great role.
God damn, it's a pretty fucking good.
Part I had ever been offered.
So I say, I want to cast him.
He said, the reason I've chosen you is because I find you a very unpredictable actor.
Well, I mean, at the time I was told it sounded reasonable.
I remember Quentin even saying, I don't know exactly what John's doing.
He trusted my decision with a walk. He trusted my decision with the hair. He trusted my decision with that unusual voice cadence that I chose and with the type of dancing.
But that was my playing the arc of the heroine. He said, I don't know what the journey will be, but I know I want to follow it.
And didn't question it.
Don't fucking die on me, Mia!
And didn't squelch it.
And all I ask of you is if you could hit this operative word and that operative word, I think that rhythm will happen. And it's easy to do, you know, because it's such good writing.
What do they call it?
They call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
So it's the art of small talk. You know, Harold Pinter was a master at small talk in his plays, and Quentin kind of brought that up to date.
You haven't told us much about your doctorship of philosophy. What do you teach? Philosophy.
He said, you had this philosophical viewpoint, he called it, that I need for that character. He said, I want him to be thoughtful about whatever he's gone through.
Is that true?
Well, we have to be talking about one charming motherfucking pig.
Anything can be made funny.
Pretty amazing, to say the least. And I felt I had to give him back everything he gave me.
He was so utterly proud that he chose me.
In conversation, do you listen or wait to talk?
I have to admit that I wait to talk, but I'm trying harder to listen.
John Travolta.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to pick him up at that stage for Pulp Fiction?
When he told you that, how much you meant to him, how much he thought you meant to film, what you could be, did it resonate with you?
Here's the thing that I had in my side, while the rest of the industry was telling me I was crazy, was, one of my favorite writers has always been Pauline Kael.
Who else is good in the...
Pauline Kael.
Yeah.
She's never said a good thing about me yet.
But you like her.
Dirty old broad.
Since 1968, Pauline Kael has written film criticism for The New Yorker.
We grew up reading Pauline Kael.
She seemed to notice everything.
She said, I know that some of my reviews have sent people to bed for 2 weeks.
And there are a great many critics who are just trying to get through the day, who know they're second rate and who are scared of their editors and scared of their readers and scared of the movie companies. If you're good enough, then you bring something to a magazine or a newspaper, you bring it readers, and so you can hold your own judgment. If you're not good enough, then you're at the mercy of everybody and you have to give in. And so the point would be really to develop more courage.
And Pauline Kael was always a huge John Travolta fan. Even when she didn't like the movie, she liked him.
Really?
He was a student of film critique, so therefore his favorite critics to the likes of Pauline Kael.
They did a piece about him in the Los Angeles Times, maybe 5 years earlier, about what the fuck happened to Travolta. And they interview her. The whole thing kind of talking about his career and where he was and kind of what's happened to him now. At the end, they go, well, can John Travolta come back? And then she said, well, he needs to come back. He has to. Movies need him. And so I just, knowing that I had Pauline Kael on my side, I could literally face down any Hollywood fuck about it. And I never forgot that. I never forgot that. You know, that was like my Siegfried sword, all right? And they were all dragons, and I had the word of Pauline Kael in my back pocket. She backed me up. I respected her so much that I felt it, and when she felt it, then I felt I had all I needed to go to any court in the land.
But she's probably the most qualified critic in the world, because she cares about film and those that are involved in it.
And I agreed with her.
He knew how certain people felt about me as well as how he felt
Because
about
he'd read what they'd said.
Yes, and it agreed with him.
My theory is that when it comes to important subjects, there's only two ways a person can answer. Which way they choose tells you who that person is. Somewhere you have to make a choice. And that choice tells you who you are.
Was there resistance to try to put him in that movie?
Oh, of course.
We should have fucking shotguns.
In theory, I could have very easily said, well, you know, a 20-year shot at things, and that's pretty good, run and all that, and I'm on my way. But for Quentin, his second movie out,
people tend to, in fact, it's actually very scary how people tend to forget, because...
Here's a guy who wanted you, who thought this was perfect for you, but he had to talk you into taking the role. Is that correct?
And then they were like, and we want you to take off John Travolta.
Wow.
No. It was that he had to talk Miramax into.
And now it's not TriStar anymore. Now it's Miramax.
I mean, he was saying, look, I'm going to do for you, I'm going to do it, and even put my job on the line to do it.
And I go, well, I'm not going to take off.
Then did you have to really fight to get John Travolta into it?
Yeah. No one wanted John
Really?
Travolta. No one wanted John Travolta, yeah.
He put his career on the line.
Well, I knew that he'd put his career on the line.
Oh, yes, he did, in a big way.
Now, this was actually before I even wanted John Travolta. And literally, I wanted to, put him in the film, and
How did you make sure you didn't mess up this opportunity?
And Harvey Keitel is John Travolta, but he just does straight to video movies, and that talking baby shit.
What a jip.
I felt he had a lot more to lose by putting me in the equation there.
So
you can have anybody you want. Like you could get Sean Penn if you wanted. Now, he's a great actor. He was like, Daniel Day-Lewis would do this. And, he doesn't do anything, but he would do this.
Please would be nice.
Come again?
I said a please would be nice.
Don't mess up this opportunity.
Get it straight, Buster. I'm not here to say please. I'm here to tell you what to do.
Tell me.
Well, just by taking responsibility for my performance.
And Harvey Weinstein didn't want him. No one would have wanted him.
Going to bat and going to the distributor and saying, without Travolta, you don't have me.
In show business? Really?
Our version of good work and bad work is not the same, and I should make it with somebody else.
Wow.
Well, that is one way to say it. But I thought, I want to exchange an abundance with this director, because if he was willing to do this for me, which I had never heard of happening before.
So I said to Harvey Weinstein, look, Harvey, you need to watch John Travolta in Brian De Palma's Blowout.
You pulled the girl out of that car?
If I'm talking to somebody who's just seen Blowout,
I would like for you to forget about her. Forget you ever saw her.
and says, oh, wow, it's a real bummer that Sally died at the end.
Decided to terminate her and make it look like one of a series of sex killings.
Well, you're a fucking idiot if you don't get it.
I don't get it.
You're right, it was a shot.
I think this is Brian De Palma's best picture. I think it's one of the best pictures of the year.
I think he's a terrific actor because I think that is a magnificent performance.
Total agreement. I think that last shot with Travolta, the reason that it strikes us so deeply and really affects us is that it's a tribute to Travolta's performance throughout the whole film. We really care about this guy. He's not simply a pawn in a thriller.
If you watch him in Blowout and you don't think he gives a terrific performance, then you should not make this movie because we obviously do not see the same way about taste. I guess, well, okay, I guess he's serious. And so Harvey backed down and I was able to cast John.
Ready to go?
No, not yet.
Celebrating the 28th anniversary of Pulp Fiction, here are Academy Award nominee Uma Thurman, Oscar winner Samuel L. Jackson, and Academy Award nominee John Travolta.
I can't imagine how ballsy it is. You're a young director, you've got John Travolta, and you're showing him how to dance. You're teaching him how to dance.
I didn't have to teach John Travolta how to dance. I wanted him to dance a particular way. It was a certain kind of way. I'll do it. You don't need to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment you've all been waiting for.
Is that your best moment in this film, or is it some other moment?
Oh, gosh.
The twist. Set it up for me.
The twist. Twist can be kind of boring. So part of the thing about it is I wanted Vincent and Mia to have two different characters when they twist. You know, audiences would go see the film. They didn't quite know everything yet, so they're feeling, oh, John Travolta's in this. Oh, I haven't seen him in a while, so he's in the movie, and he's playing a gangster, and it's all going along, and it's funny, and it's this.
And this scene is funny because a situation is happening in the film where John Travolta and Uma Thurman are at this 50s restaurant.
Right.
That is Marilyn Monroe. That is Mamie Van Doren. And I don't see Jane Mansfield, so she must have a night off or something.
The idea that, let's say, I'm an icon ending up in a room full of icons.
Hi, I'm Buddy. What can I get you?
When Vince twists, I wanted him to be kind of rich. Like that. It's good, Thank you. Everybody thinks that I wrote this scene to have John Travolta dancing it, but the scene existed before John Travolta was cast.
You know, if you saw Reservoir Dogs, Quentin has an affection for little dance things in movies, you know. So therefore, any actor that had to do this part was indeed going to end up on that dance floor.
Yeah.
But once he was cast, it was like, great, we get to see John dance.
Roll tape. Here
All
it
the
is.
better.
So world famous Jack Rabbit Slim's
Twist contest. And Uma Thurman goes up.
Right here. Want to dance?
But when Mia twists, the image that I had in my mind was the Zsa Zsa Gabor cat from the Aristocat. And there's that one little scene where the Aristocats dance, and she kind of like.
I danced with John Travolta in a movie on a disco floor with flashing lights.
Doing it as a hitman, heroin addict, thug, overweight thug was like a much more fascinating way to do a twist than in other novelty dances of the 60s.
This is something, it's just too absurd. It's like swinging on a trapeze with Burt Lancaster or something. It's classic. I couldn't resist.
It kind of works on many levels, People get to have history with me, and I get to do different character dancing.
And then all of a sudden, all throughout the audience of a packed theater, and this happened for a few weeks when the movie was first opening, you had this little realization like, oh my God, he's gonna dance! He's actually gonna dance!
The audiences, they're responding exactly how I would have wanted them to respond, which is basically they're appreciating the work that I did to create a character that was effective. And that's really what I wanted out of it, personally.
And then John Travolta, one of the biggest dance stars of the last 30 years, in a movie you did not expect that to happen, goes out there and cuts the rug and brings the house down.
Some actors stay in character through an entire shoot, and some, well, they just never let it go.
Cut. Print. Let's go eat.